Hey people, how you doing? Ronald O'Brien, OB Health and Fitness, corporate wellness studio working out of Plasty in the National Technology Park in Limerick. We're going to share with you some warm-ups. We're going to share with you some exercises that are doable at home, outside of the gym, to keep you tipping away and keep the blood moving, keep the body strong, while most people are at home at the moment with the virus.
Hey everyone, my name is Keith. I'm a personal trainer based in Limerick, and I'm grateful to be given the opportunity to help Ronan and OB Health and Fitness to deliver some high standard fitness education to you in your homes today.
Okay, we're going to start with the pole warm-up. So the pole is just a regular dowel. If you don't have a regular dowel, think of a brush or a broom handle that you can use, and that will be quite sufficient. You can take the broom off to make it a little bit neater, but just working like this as Keith goes through the warm-up exercises. Feet are planted on the ground. Always keep the toe in contact with the ground. The body is turning from the hips and the head is moving with the direction. Stretching the lower back, parts of the shoulders. For 30 seconds. And you can pick up the pace on it a little bit. Good. Moving on to the next one. We're going to do the twist bar for the shoulders, or the dislocation. Keeping the elbows straight over the head, back down over the shoulders. Good. Neck stays in the same place. Elbows stay straight. Having a good stretch out over the shoulders. Where you catch the bar depends on the span of your hands or the height that you are. You can bring it in or bring it longer depending on your own height or needs. Again, this is for 30 seconds. Good, we're going to move into the good morning curl. This is for lower back and hamstrings. Placing the bar on the shoulders. Feet are about hip width apart. Again, keeping the toe on the ground, not rolling off the ground. That's it. Pushing the buttocks back. Keeping the back straight. Keeping the head up. The knees are slightly bent. How your knees respond to this exercise and warm up will depend on how tight your hamstrings or how tight your lower back is. If you're particularly tight, you can bend the knees a little bit more. And if you're not as tight, you can keep them straight. The idea would be to get the knees as straight as possible. Again, this is looking for 30 seconds. Stretching of the hamstrings and the lower back. We're going to move down to the ground now to the glute bridge. We're going to hold the glute bridge for 30 seconds, and then we're going to move up and down with the hips for 30 seconds. So again, the hips, shoulder width apart, or hip width apart. Feet are on the ground. Getting the hips up high. See how the ankles and feet are directly underneath the knees, and holding it for 30 seconds. Clench the glutes. Probably can't see Keith clench it right now. He's clenching really hard. You can bend the elbows and you can push the elbows into the ground to get that hip a little bit higher, a little bit more elevation. Keeping it clenched. Feet stay on the ground. Toes on the ground, engaged, heels engaged. 30 seconds. And now we're going to go up and down for 30 seconds. Down, up, clench. As we go down, we come down about 3/4. We don't touch the ground. And come up and clench. Down, up, and clench. Squeezing the glutes, the backside muscles. turning these muscles on for the exercises that we were going to bring them into play. We're going to need them turned on, so we'll be using them. Down, up, clench. You can quicken this up now. If 30 seconds, you want to feel a little burn in the muscles, in the glutes. A little heating up. Okay, and relax. Good, thanks Keith. We're moving into the lunges now. Just to recap on what we did a little bit earlier in the warm-up, all our breathing is done through the nose. The mouth stays closed. We're breathing in and out of the nose. This generates a stronger movement in the cardiovascular area while you are in these type of exercises. You may feel that you're a little bit out of breath, and that's good. If you are an asthmatic, or if you are have a deficiency or a problem with your breathing, feel free to breathe in the nose, out the mouth, or have your inhaler close by. So we're going into the lunges now, and he's got the stick here, or he's got the pole here. This would be suitable for people who do not have good balance, who need a support, who maybe have some knee, ankle or hip issues. So as we go down, we're looking to have the knee at 45 degrees over the ankle. So go down, touch the ground with the back knee and up. Your focus on this exercise is the front foot. Good. The front foot is the focus, and you'll be working your glutes, hamstrings, and a little bit of ankle work as well. Good. We change sides now, Keith. Again, we're doing 30 seconds each leg. We'll keep it at 30 seconds. If you feel that 30 seconds is too little, you can move it up to 40, 45 seconds. A minute if you're really good at it. And between exercises, we'll be looking at like getting just a 15-second break between them, and keep it moving. Again, if you feel light-headed or dizzy, take a break, catch your breath, have a drink of water. Breathing in and out of the nose. Good, we're going to move on to the next phase, which would be without the bar, or without the pole, and normal lunging. And again, we're going to do the reverse lunging, so we're going to bring our feet back up together. So we're just going to get you to do the reverse lunging. We're going to come up to the front and then reverse lunge back. That's it, and up. Good. Good. Good foot position, good knee position, good body position. Back is straight. So that's the next phase up after using the bar as a prop. Now we're going to use the bar or the pole. I keep mixing it up. The pole behind the head, overhead. This is harder. This is a more advanced level of the lunge. Good. Getting knee down to the ground. Good. Good. Again, the focus of this exercise is the front foot pushing up. Glutes, hamstrings, ankles, and when the bar is over the head, you're getting a little bit extra work done on the core and shoulders. Coming back in, here we go. We're going to go onto a squat onto the chair. We're using a thick book as a little bit of a counterweight. Good. So pushing the hips back to sit down and up. Slow on the way down. And up. Good. So the book Keith is using adds a little bit of weight to the movement and brings in the core a little bit. Again, we're breathing in through the nose on the way down, out through the nose on the way up. Good, and relax. Good, continuing. A deeper squat. So maybe the first step of the stairs at home if you have it. So we're getting low down here. If you don't have a book, or weighing scales, 2 or 3 kilos, some object around the house. Breathing in on the way down. Out on the way up. One more. Good. Again, 30 or 40 seconds, whatever you're comfortable with. We're going into the tricep dip. Tricep dip is obviously for the triceps. So the hands at the edge of the chair. Making sure that the chair is stable, it's not going to slide if you're doing it on a kitchen tile at home. I'm going to drop the hips down and push the hands to get the body weight back up. Notice where the feet are. Back is straight. Again, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Now we're going to put the legs a little bit straighter out, a little bit more advanced, down. Good. Just slow on the way down. Push. So breathing in and through the nose on the way down. Push and breathe out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose on the way down. Push and breathe out through the nose. Breathing in on the way down. Push and breathe out. Good, and relax from there. We're coming down again to do some mat work. So we're going to do this from the knees. It's a press up from the knees, but it's called a from the bottom up press up. So we're starting at the bottom of the press up, meaning you're lying on the ground, your knees are on the ground, your feet are up, and you're pushing up from that position. Breathing out on the way up. Good. And again, we can change our hand position to get a little bit more out of the shoulders, to get a little bit more out of the triceps. So a closer grip will mean more on the triceps as it goes back, brushing off the ribs. Good, we're going to move into a fuller press up now. So toes are going to be on the ground. If at any stage that the lower back particularly becomes irritated or painful, stop the exercise. But if it's uncomfortable, that's okay. We want to avoid pain. These are full press ups. Breathing in on the way down, out on the way up. We're going to have the hands a little wider now for Keith. Gets a little bit more into the shoulders. Notice these fingers are all pressed into the ground. They're not the fingers are also part of your hand being used in the press up. I'm Ronan O'Brien, OB Health and Fitness. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope more so that you use it and as you stay safe at this time of the coronavirus and the lockdown, not the lockdown, but the more at home that we are. This is some workout that might help that. Thank you.